students. Now we start with the next topic, which one is the statistical method. First of all, we have to know about that what is the statistical method. We are knowing very well there are the various methods under the statistics. By using of the methods, we can collect data for the concerned area or the problem which have which has been taken or the chosen for the research purpose. So after collecting data, we analyze it and find the result. Here one is the very most important thing in the initial stage of the research. When we are start the data collection, data just like act as a rock, and after the processing of the data, it converts into useful data, and we can find any results and make the some recommendations or the suggestions. So for this purpose, we use statistical methods. In this lecture, I am going to elaborate what are the statistical method, what are the stages of the statistical method. So here I am start with the statistical method. The first method is the collection of data. Under this category, for the research purpose, this one is the very important function for the researchers. They collect the data, but before collecting the data, it is a very Herculean task, or it is a very hard work for the researchers, that which will be the sources of the data collection. It means when, where and which type we should collect the data. After that, we come to the second point, the classification. After collecting the data, we have to classify the concerned data according to the size, according to the place, according to the color, according to the quality, or according to the characteristics. So in the second part, the classification is another statistical method. Under this category, we can collect data, and after collecting the data, we should classify according to the character, according to the size, according to the color or the weight, or according to the area the data has been classified. After that, the classification, we come to the next point, which is the tabulation method. Under the tabulation method, we make some tables, and under the tabulation, we write some titles, subtitles, or the headings, subheadings, and the data which has been already classified put under the tabulation, or the put under the tables. After that, the tabulation system, we come to the next method, which is the presentation. That is very important for us. How will we present our data? We have the several choices. We can present the data by the graphical method or by the diagram method. But one is very important under the presentation of the data. Data always present in which manner, which is most easy, which will be most easy to understand that. So after presentation or after selecting the presentation method, either we opt graphical method or diagram method. Then we come to the point analysis of the data. Under this method, we can analyze the data from the different methods. For the example, we can opt the method of the average mean or arithmetic mean, dispersion, skewness, or the measurement of the correlation. With the help of these methods, we can easily compare the data with each other. After analyzing the data, we come to the next step, which is known as the interpretation of the data. Under this category or under this method, after analyzing, we reach up to the results, and we can find the problem solution or the results. Another thing we can add under this category, this one is the forecasting. With the help of the results, with the help of the findings of the research, we forecast for the concerned area. So by using the statistical method, a researcher or a student can, by opting of the process, he collect the data, classify the data, tabulate it, present a presentation by the graphical or the diagrammatical method, then analyzing the data, and at the last taking the result or the finding the results. So in this category, we have learnt about the statistical method. I am coming with the topic descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. So statistics can be classified in the two parts. The first is the descriptive statistics and another is the inferential statistics. हिंदी में कहा जाए तो इसको हम विवरणात्मक सांख्यिकी और निष्कर्षात्मक सांख्यिकी के नाम से जानते हैं. So I start with the descriptive statistics. So here you can see statistics can be classified in the two parts: descriptive, related to the collection of data and their simplification by processing of the data. Under the descriptive statistics, univariate which are relevant to the central tendency of measurement of the central tendency, dispersion and skewness. And under the bivariate descriptive statistics, correlation, regression. So we are classify the descriptive statistics in the following points. First is the collection of data. Collection of data so students, under the statistical method, we include the first is the collection of data, second organization of the data, third classification and the tabulation of data, fourth is the presentation of data, then analysis, and last is the interpretation of data. So under the collection of data, it is also called as the statistical investigation, means by the statistical methods discovery of the knowledge or the searches of the knowledge, it is also called the statistical investigation. Through the statistical investigation through the statistical investigation with the help of the systematic and the scientific method, with using of the statistical methods, collect the data and find out the result. After that, collecting the data, we can reach on a conclusion, or we can reach or we can find out the result of the research. Under the collection of data, may be collected by the sampling method. Then the second is the organization of data. The third is the classification and tabulation of data. So for making the data is the more comparable, classify on the basis on the character or the homogeneity of the data. Under the tabulation, data keeps in tables with heading and the subheadings. इसके पीछे एक ही आपका पर्टिकुलर ऑब्जेक्ट होता है क्लासिफिकेशन और टैबुलेशन के पीछे। हम सारणीयन या प्रस्तुतिकरण में इस बात का विशेष ध्यान रखते हैं कि वर्गीकरण और सारणीयन में हम इस बात का विशेष ध्यान रखते हैं कि हमारे जो समंक हैं डाटा जिसको हमने कलेक्ट किया है, विच हैव ऑलरेडी कलेक्टेड, है ना, इनमें इतनी होमोजेनिटी सजातीयता होनी चाहिए या इनके जो गुण हो वो आपस में मिलने चाहिए। फिर इसको जब हम टैबुलेट कर देते हैं, सारणियों में बांटते हैं, तो शीर्षक या सब शीर्षक भी बना लेते हैं जिससे डाटा हमारे दिमाग में पूरी तरह से बैठ जाए और हम इसे आसानी से समझ सकें। देन द नेक्स्ट इज द फोर्थ हियर द प्रेजेंटेशन. So we can present the collected data by in graph, or we can present the data through diagram. इसके पीछे भी आपका जो मेनली ऑब्जेक्ट होता है कि we can easily understand about the data by the graph. यदि ग्राफ में आपने ग्राफ बताया है तो आप ईज़िली समझ सकते हैं कि आपका जो ग्राफ का पॉइंट है वो हाई पे जा रहा है या लो पे जा रहा है या सिमिलर जा रहा है, पैरेलल जा रहा है. डायग्राम है तो बार डायग्राम, देन द सिंपल लाइन डायग्राम, पाई डायग्राम, और भी हिस्टोरीग्राम है, हिस्टोग्राम है. कई तरह के डायग्राम से हम लोग डाटा का प्रेजेंटेशन कर सकते हैं. इसमें नेक्स्ट जो है वो है आपका एनालिसिस, द फिफ्थ पॉइंट. अंडर द एनालिसिस यूजेस ऑफ या कह सकते हो आपकी वी आर फॉर एनालाइजिंग द डाटा वी यूज द मेजरमेंट ऑफ द सेंट्रल टेंडेंसी, मीन्स अर्थमेटिक मीन, मीडियन मोड, ज्योमेट्रिक मीन, हार्मोनिक मीन. For analyzing purpose we can use dispersion through the mean deviation, standard deviation, skewness through the Bowley method or the Karl Pearson method. We can find out the variation, then which one is the more consistent. Under the correlation, by the correlation we easily correlate the we can easily find out the relation between the between the data or the two variables or the three variables by the regression and by the index number, we can easily analyze the data. And after that, the sixth is the interpretation point. After analysis of data, we can find out the result, or we can reach up to the conclusion part. And after getting the conclusion or after getting the result, we can make some recommendations or the suggestions for the survey work, we can register or we can remark some other things with the help of the findings or with the help of the results. Students, the next part is the inferential statistics. Generally, we use the inferential statistics for these purposes. First is the clarify the estimation. Then, if we want to knowing about the accuracy of the hypothesis, which we have taken for the research purpose. And third is the testing the significance of the facts. In statistics, there are the several methods we opt for the testing: t-test, f-test, z-test, chi-square test, etc. So, under the inferential statistics, data collected by the sampling method. For the study purpose, it is not possible if we are choosing the area is very vast or the comprehensive. So, under the inferential statistics, data may be collected by the sampling method. Then, after collection of the data which we are going to collected by the sampling method, we study the samples with using of the estimation, forecasting, hypothesis and testing, and the result about the population may be estimated. इसका मतलब ये आप कह सकते हो कि इन्फ्रेंशियल स्टैटिस्टिक्स या अनुमानिक सांख्यिकी या निष्कर्षात्मक सांख्यिकी में हम समंकों का संग्रहण समग्र विधि से ना करके बल्कि प्रतिदर्श अनुसंधान के माध्यम से करते हैं, सैम्पलिंग से करते हैं। ऐसी कंडीशन में सैम्पलिंग से हमें जो भी रिजल्ट मिलते हैं, जो भी हमें फाइंडिंग्स मिलती हैं, उसी फाइंडिंग्स से हम लोग एस्टिमेशन यूनिवर्स का या समग्र का लगा सकते हैं। फॉर द एग्जाम्पल, suppose that if we want to know about the average age of students of a college, it means there are the lots of the students or the many students who are studying in the college. So it is not possible to know about the age of students. So we can select some students, randomly select, and on the basis of the average age of these students, we will make estimation about the entire or the total student of the college. It means when we use the sampling method, so we select some students and find out the averages, and on the basis of the average age of the some students, we can estimate, we will make estimation about the entire students who are studying in this college. So we are able to say that estimation of average of population on the basis of average of samples come under the inferential statistics. मतलब कुल मिला के आप कह सकते हो कि प्रतिदर्श के औसतों के आधार पर समग्र का अनुमान लगाना ही आपका निष्कर्षात्मक सांख्यिकी में आता है।